Stop Having Kids is not out here trying to force people to do anything. We're just trying to bring a message to the public about questioning our impulses to have children and what our motivations are and how we can fulfill those motivations in other ways that don't put our desires onto other creatures.
I love your signs.
Thank you.
Thank you. Would you like a card?
Absolutely.
We're about to get started. Alright, yeah. Good choice.
How do we want to do it?
Yeah, so we can each grab one of these.
Wow, y'all are awesome.
Thank you.
How much?
Hi. Thank you. Would you like a card for the website and stuff?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Just like with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Hashtag.
Hashtag on Instagram.
You can do a hashtag Stop Having Kids, but I'm on Instagram, stop_having_kids. Would you like a card for the website and stuff?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, fuck. I left the new flyers in the... We've already had 4 people take photos of us. And we've been set up for a minute.
I know.
I left the new flyers in the car by accident.
You guys are my people.
Yeah?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. You're welcome to join us if you'd like. We got a bunch of signs.
You have a lot of signs.
Yeah, that's only a fraction of them too.
Can I take a photo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Very attention-catching signs.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Thank you.
Hopefully they got a card if you want to learn some stuff.
Card and flyers and yeah, check out the website. The website's very comprehensive.
Cause I support. No more kids.
Thank
You
you.
can even put it on your mask.
Thank you.
I support you.
Thank you.
And I support this cause.
Hell yeah.
No more babies.
Hello.
Wow, where have you guys been all of my life?
Wish I would have known about this earlier.
You mean like so you could join us?
No, my son's the product of the fact that condoms have expiration dates, and the morning after pill works 98% of the time, but not 100% of the time. So.
Yeah. And yeah, ultimately the decision to have a kid wasn't up to you since it's not your body.
Yeah.
Glad you got to bump into us.
Okay, I'll spread the word.
Thank you.
This is a great movie.
Hello. Would y'all like to join us? We have a ton of signs.
It's bad for the environment, right? And
Having kids is the worst thing you can do for the environment.
it's the worst thing you can do for yourself, right?
In many cases, yes.
America wants you to have kids so more people are buying it.
Yep. Yep.
I can have one.
Yeah, yeah. I sell them on the website, but then I bring them for free, like when we do this stuff.
Great. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. Hello.
I agree with you, but first I have 2 kids.
Yeah, it's okay. Lots of parents agree with us. It's very common. We've had parents join us too, so.
And as you say, you can make a plan without having kids.
Yeah, and we also have a sign that says parenthood regret doesn't make you a bad parent, because that is one of the most common regrets, but just because someone regrets that action doesn't mean they're a bad parent.
Well, I think the problem is that the idea that it's required that everybody needs to have.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense at all. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a sign that says procreation is not a responsibility, and some other stuff related to that, so. Yeah. All right, y'all have a good night. Thank you.
Good evening.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's like the most popular message in the world. Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at this face.
I agree.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hello.
For me and my homie, we're both have vasectomies because that makes the world a better place.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait, can you hold up?
Do you want to hold up a sign with us?
Oh yes, I wanted to.
Ice cream to have, dude. We can't.
Can you hold up that one?
Look at that, look at that, look at that. Great.
You want another? You want me to hold up which one?
Yes, I really like that.
This one?
To exist in our need.
Yes, I really admire that one.
Yeah. There's probably a lot you'd really like.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there it
Let's
is.
take a picture of that one. That's really sweet.
Like it. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Woo! Hell yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your sign says stop having kids?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
It's basically rooted in reducing the amount of suffering in the world. We have tons
I've
of...
been on this thing since 1973. You know, I mean, everybody, I could see the way things were going even back then.
Yeah.
So anyway, wow, I'm applauding you being out here.
Thank you.
I don't even try to talk to people. People don't get it. If you even mention the word overpopulation, you're a racist.
Kids.
Don't people fucking see what's going on in
Right?
the world?
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, we don't need any more people, not a single one.
We're anti-natalists, so we're against.
All right. Oh, I'm so glad you're out here. 'Cause I mean, it's like, it's an unpopular thing. People think we're a little weird.
Yeah, right. It's like, why is it weird to just want to live and like do what
I know.
you want to do? So do you think that you have a pretty fulfilling life without having kids? And
Oh, yeah. Well, I used to be a preschool teacher. I love kids. So, yeah.
like if they were just like actually just relaxed about their lives.
This is awesome though, because I've been talking about this and I don't know what you guys are totally about, but I'm like, oh, other people think this stuff? Okay.
Well, that's the thing. Like we.
I got
Oh,
it. I got it.
You
I
got,
got it.
would you guys like a flyer too? Flyer has a little bit more information.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, I mean it's a very multifaceted message, but we're really validating a lot of people's thoughts because a lot of people think stuff related to this, but they don't voice it because they're afraid how other people will react, or they do voice it and people react in a very negative way, so they just stop voicing it. And we're trying to normalize talking about this stuff, get the conversation started, because we should be caring. This is all rooted in ethics. It has nothing to do with like disliking kids or parents. It's about.
Of course.
It's a. But I.
It's like, come on, like, have a conversation with us.
Yeah.
Understand what it's about before passing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very in-your-face kind of, but it's just hard to kind of
It has to.
ask, you know,
I
what is
get
this
it.
Yeah.
about?
And you know, birth is the catalyst for all suffering in the world.
Yeah.
You know, every bad thing that someone is doing, it all started with them being born in the first place. And we're. Oh, go ahead.
Here's the thing that I've thought about, and I don't know if any of y'all thought it, while COVID started and we're doing like all these precautions and all these gloves and all the plastics and one-use things just to keep the humans alive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love the good humans, but like, wait, we are not that important that we
No.
just need to shit more on the earth
Yeah.
just to keep us
The most destructive
shitting on the earth.
Yeah. The website is encouraging helping already existing life, which entails obviously adopting.
There's way too many fake kids in foster care. They're not wanted.
And we have a sign about that too. It says almost 500,000 kids in the foster care, just in the United States alone.
My was telling me. Yeah. So,
Yeah. So and nobody thinks about them.
No.
You know, everyone thinks about they want their own kid and they don't even necessarily. Most people don't even necessarily want an individual. They want someone who's going to be just like them. They want a mini me.
yeah. I don't have a mini me. I have 5 boys. I don't have a mini me.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal.
Yeah. I mean,
But
people.
yeah, it doesn't matter. Part of my kids are my husband's children, and part of them are our children. But they're all ours. I treat the older, his kids just like my own. So it doesn't
And that's
matter.
another problem with lots of kids from the foster care system, because even sometimes when they do find a home, oftentimes the family will treat their own kids better than they treat the foster kids.
I've never done that. It's disgusting to me.
Yeah.
Disgusting. I can't stand
Yeah,
it.
so we're trying to get the conversation started and get people thinking, because this is stuff that people, and adoption is usually an absolute last resort for most people. Usually if someone adopts,
it should be a first resort.
yeah, exactly. Usually if someone adopts, it's because they've had fertility issues that they haven't been able to have a biological kid for years and years of trying, and it should be the exact opposite.
It should.
Um,
I agree.
yeah.
That makes good sense.
Yeah.
Good luck with everything.
Yeah, thank you.
And I
Thank you.
appreciate the
Appreciate your
information.
support.
Thank you for coming out and raising the consciousness of people and helping people. My feeling has always been that there are so many kids in orphanages, and if they're babies, if they're not touched, they die. I was in an orphanage, So, you know, these ego trips, my little flesh and blood, it's bullshit. And I'm so glad that you guys are out here and raising people's consciousness about it. Thank you so much. Right on. This is so important. I've never seen this out here in my life, and I've always believed it, and I've never seen it expressed ever. And for that, I am extremely grateful. This is the first time I've ever seen anything this freaking positive in my life out here. I've got the cards right here in my pocket, and I'm going to join you today and do what we can. You're doing really, really good work out here, all of you, to raise people's consciousness.
Thank you.
It's time. It's time. It's really time. The planet is so overpopulated.
Certainly you're only talking about the countries that have a national reproductive rate of over 2.0.
We're talking about just wherever humans are reproducing, which is everywhere.
Well, I mean, the national average is various, right? You got to know that Northern and Eastern Africa are particularly high in the reproductive rates.
Yeah, we also consume a lot more resources out here, so one American
US,
could be about 50 people in another country.
In that realm, yeah, you are correct.
But it's not just about that. It's just about the suffering that could have been avoided by not coming into existence, and how there's already so much existing life already here that's in need.
No,
that we should be prioritizing.
You got a valid point.
9 years too late for us.
I know.
At the fair.
Yeah. Had I known you 9 years ago personally, we could have had a talk. Yeah. And that's.
Don't have any kids, Aziza.
Yeah.
She wants to adopt.
She's always saying that. She's like, there's too many kids.
That's what we promote.
That's what I've been saying since I was a little kid too.
Yeah. Parenthood regrets, one of the most common regrets humans experience, and if people could be more open about that, have these conversations like how you're talking to us right now, a lot of people would think more before having kids, and a lot less people would be having them.
Yeah, like shit. Again, I love my kids, but I'm just saying, like, if I can go back, like, I wouldn't just, you know, because it just hasn't been easy for anybody.
Yeah, and I mean, you can regret the decision and still totally love them and still, you know, try to treat them well. But yeah, it's just.
Important. I think that this is an important message.
Thank you. Yeah, we do too, and yeah.
I never heard about it.
Just started this back in March, but it's spreading. Yeah, so first off, can you talk about how you feel about the Stop Having Kids message?
I think it's absolutely great. There's a huge pressure for women to have a family and have a baby to feel fulfilled, and I think that's nonsense. Women, we are so much more capable than being mothers, especially with the planet being overpopulated, and children all over the world are put up for adoption, and we're not even adopting. I mean, there's just all these children that are just uncared for, and it's just, stop having kids.
And have you been pressured yourself?
I have, by my family. They want me to have children, do that traditional, like 2 kids and like reproduce the earth, but that's not me. I don't want to be pregnant. I don't want to have children. I consider adopting in the future, but right now having a child would financially wreck me.
And are they still pressuring you to this day, or have they accepted your decision?
They say they're accepting, but every family gathering we're having a conversation about when am I popping one out. And it's not right.
Have you ever known anyone else personally who's been pressured into having kids and they had the kids and they kind of regret that life situation now?
Absolutely. I know a lot of women who were pressured by their partners to have a baby to continue their bloodline. And it's just like, women aren't animals like that you reproduce to like continue on your genes. It's just like this whole using women's bodies for, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. This whole getting pressured into like continuing the bloodline kind of thing. That whole narrative just bothers me.
And when did you realize that like having kids is just not for you?
My entire life. I've never wanted children. I never played with baby toys. I would be given like baby dolls and that sort of thing, but it felt icky to me. I'm like a very caring person. It doesn't really seem that way, but like I care about kids. I used to teach. I used to be a teacher, And so I love kids. I do not want to have them. I like being able to send them home with their parents at the end of the day. That's what's ideal for me.
Sometimes people say to people who don't want to have kids that they're selfish. What would you say to that?
I think that's disgusting. I've been called selfish several times, and I even like self-proclaimed, like, yes, I'm selfish, just to like get them to knock it off, because it's just, don't call me out for like my choice with my body and my family, because I am happily married and we've both made the decision to not procreate. And so I think that's just, it's a rare thing to find nowadays, but I feel like it's becoming more popular.
Well, yeah, and also wouldn't selfish imply that you're doing something for yourself, but it's harming others?
Yeah, that's true. I'm not harming anyone by not popping out a baby.
The people who you know who have had kids, if they've told you why they decided to have kids, what would you say are the most common reasons or popular reasons you hear for people wanting to have kids?
You know what's horrible? They think they would fix their partner if they had a baby. They'll be different once the baby's here, and it's not at all. And I've seen that 90% of the time. I do know a couple couples that have happy families, and they planned for that, and they're doing great. But like my single friends, or like they were single, they got pregnant, and then now they're in this weird relationship with this other person, and it's just, it's sad.
They thought that was going to fix their relationship, repair it.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe we'll get married now there's a kid, and maybe we'll do this now. And it's like, okay, that was really manipulative and terrible. Like, to bring this life into the world just to manipulate another human to spend time with you.
Yeah, it's unfair to the kid.
It is absolutely unfair. It usually doesn't end well. So the kids split now, and it's a mess. It's sad. It's just unfortunate. I support the cause, and I think you guys are doing great work, so thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.